What's up, guys? Mike Berg here. Welcome to episode numero uno of the evolution of Grizzly. Ha! In this episode, you'll get to know, a little bit about me, my goals, my history, and where I am in my prep right now, and kind of what my purpose of this channel is. So, first off, my goals is to compete in the OCB and eventually win my pro card. Obviously that's a lofty goal. This is the first show I'm ever doing. But, I want to do it for the experience. I think I'm ready for it right now. I want to be able to gauge my progress against others and kind of where I'm supposed to go from here. And, my goal of doing these video logs, obviously there's people on YouTube doing fitness videos every fucking day on every topic, and it's, pretty much beaten to death at this point. But what I really want to do is, if one person who thinks about competing finds my channel and, sees me do it, and they think to themselves, well, boy, if he could do it, I can do it, then, it's pretty big for me. I've always been about inspiring people. I try and help people as much as I can. I have some science background, so I understand some of the research about this shit. But I'm also a pretty big proponent of, everybody's different. You gotta learn to try different things, see what works for you. It's certainly what I've done throughout my history. So here we go. Here's my history. I'm currently 23 years old. I've been lifting since I was about 14, so, 9 years on and off. Before I was 14, I couldn't participate in gym class or any sport except for baseball, and that's because I have Perthes hip disease. Wasn't getting enough blood flow to my hip, and the bone started to die, so the shape is pretty fucked up, and it was a long road to recovery. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video, maybe not. It's boring to me at this point because, it was a bunch of years of my life and it's kind of tough for me to talk about, but people find it interesting, maybe I'll talk about it more. From 14 to 15, before I got to high school, I started lifting with my dad in the basement. We have same weight rack I learned to lift on is still there in my house every time I go home. That's what I work out on, it was simple. Mostly upper body because, like I said, had a hip problem. When I was 15 to 18, or whatever the fuck age you are in high school, I trained for pole vaulting and football for 2 years. So a lot of it was the big three, bench, squat, deadlift, with some Olympic lifting thrown in, power clean, shit like that, and a shit ton of fucking plyometrics and sprinting, man. I swear to God, I didn't run anything over a fucking 200. I just sprinted my ass off every goddamn day. Did me pretty well. And plyometrics, man, that shit'll get you in shape if that's what you're looking for. Then went to college, freshman through junior year. Like most people, fucking gained a shit ton of weight, man. I went from probably about 165 to about a fat 198, man. I was like 25% body fat. I was disgusting. Going into my senior year, I was like, fuck this shit. I'm getting back in shape. So what did I do? Same thing all noobs do. Fucking go in, do a fucking bro split. It worked, man. It worked. I'm not going to lie. It's not the most effective thing in the entire world, at least not for me, but it got me back in shape. It did a pretty good job. From a bro split, I decided to go the 5-3-1 boring but big route, and did that for a couple months. Did pretty well, my numbers increased. And then really where I made a lot of my gains on was push, pull, lower, repeat. I actually did push, lower, pull, repeat. So I would do it 2 times in a week, and I'd have 1 rest day in between. And, it worked real well for me, and I know it works well for a lot of people. And, definitely did my research on doing the right exercises and getting everything down right. At this time, man, I blew up my fucking quads. My quads were tiny. Like I said, lower body problems, never a fan of really fucking training them. and I thought I was never going to get over my hip problem, but squats and deadlifts have made a huge difference in how much my hip bothers me at this point. I very rarely have pain in it. So definitely attack that area. My legs got pretty big for where I was. And then the beginning of this year, 2014, I decided it's time for me to compete. I want to test myself, and decided to sign up with RJ motherfucking Perkins. If you guys don't know him, I'm gonna link his channel down in the bottom. He runs aesthetics training and nutrition. Man, he is a fucking riot. He's a lot of fun to work with. He has his own training program, which I'm going to go over in episode 3. And like I said, links I'll put in the description below. So that's pretty much where my history, which brings me up to my prep now. When I started with RJ, I was 189 pounds, about 15-16% body fat. And now I'm a solid 172 at, I would say, 8 or 9% body fat. I don't really give a fuck about body fat. I think it's one of the most unreliable fucking measurements that we do. The only way to accurately get it is to be fucking dead. So really what I do is I go off the mirror. I definitely stripped a lot of fat, and I'm looking pretty good right now. And so I'm 81 days out of the OCB Natural Bodies Beach Classic, gay-ass fucking name, whoever named that shit, in Virginia Beach. And I'm 116 days out of the OCB Carolina Classic. RJ and I are still trying to figure out which of these two shows I think I'll be better, best for. Main goal is to come in fucking shredded, man. I got some mass on me. I'm not a small guy. If I could come in fucking shredded, I think I can make a decent dent. I'm not saying I'm gonna win, but definitely get on the right track and kind of be on my way. If you're interested in the first 85 days of my prep and kind of where I've been up to this point, if you could visit my logs on either TNation or simplyshredded.com. I'm going to link both of those below. Throughout this process, if you have any questions, feel free to fucking hit me up. If you have suggestions, I'm going to be doing a ton of videos. I'm already thinking about covering, my nutrition, my training, kind of like my mental state throughout this whole thing. Throw some posing videos up, do a couple top 5 lists, and try and make this fun. I don't want to make this fucking dry. People are fucking putting out videos of them deadlifting and lifting all the fucking time. And I know it gets beaten to death, and I know things like nutrition and how to prep, things like that, kind of get beaten. So I want to go out of the box. If you have any suggestions for me, what you want to hear, let me know. It doesn't even have to be lifting related. All I do is work and lift and eat and sleep at this point. So I'm open. Hopefully you guys will subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. Every subscription, you get a free dog. That dog. He's very fucking special. Yeah, looking forward to doing this journey with you guys. Peace.